I try to think about really what is it that directs us, what motivates us, what drives us human beings. The reality of life is that it's a power that lies in us, and we all are so powerful because we all are of nature. We all come from nature, which connects all of us. It's our authentic nature, but then, the conditioned nature, which we have learned in life, which we have developed during our upbringing, the programming where we learned about history and we learned the story that we're told, and we learned that we need to attend school, the institution where we learn about the realities of this world, the world that we have created, the man-made world, which really has nothing to do with nature, because the man-made world has controlled this world. It takes all the resources from this planet so the machine can function. And that is something I like to draw attention to here. And that's what this tree that looks like a beautiful dancer is here to remind us of, that we are not machines to be built to do exactly the work prescribed for it by the tree, and we need to grow and develop naturally according to the inward forces which make us a living thing. And these forces that lie within us, they come out of love. Love is the essence. Love is the key. It's in us, and it's through the realization of what's happening really within me. And then to develop myself in the direction of freeing myself, of letting go that which controls me, of letting go of the inhibitions, of the resentment, of the guilt. And it's all the experiences from the past, because the experiences have created our views, have created our reality, have created our nature. But this is not really who we are. This is just who we have become as a result of what we went through and how we have dealt with that, what we have learned from that. And I think really that's where it begins, to ask ourselves, okay, what have I learned? What is my worldview? What do I really know about this world? How do I look at this world? How do I look at myself? How do I look at other people? What do I see when I look at the world? And how do I see my role in the world? Do I only look at myself as a worker, somebody who's here to pay bills? And to take care of a variety of responsibilities? Or is there more to it? And well, there is more to it. It's just most of us don't realize that, because we are caught in the program. We're caught in the matrix. We're caught in the machine-like system which controls everything, which controls our time. I think it's very important to look at that, to study that. And I think it's really a study. To study about what are those inward forces which make me a living thing, and how have those forces, those energies in me developed over the years, and how do I want to develop them? Who do I want to become? Or even the more fundamental question is, who am I really? What is my true nature? What is my real nature? What is my purpose? What is my passion? What are my talents? We all have so many of those, but those talents have never been realized because we never had time for that, because we are too busy to memorize facts and information in school. Actually, there is no formal school for that, but life is a school, and we can all learn to see ourselves more clearly through the eyes of others. And especially there it is difficult relationships, difficult people, which can help us to see ourselves more clearly, because they show us an aspect of ourselves which we don't really want to look at. We have learned to only see what we want to see. We only want to look at people who show us a nice aspect of ourselves, who show us something that is pleasant to us, because we all are mirrors, because we only see the problem outside of us and we fight against that problem and the injustice that always existed. Because the system actually that we all serve breeds injustice. The power over people corrupts. And we cannot just say, okay, we need to have good people in power, we need to have good people in office. It is an illusion, it's a delusion to think that we can rule over people. People cannot be controlled. People can only be empowered. People can only be encouraged. Helping people to lead themselves. I think we all need to lead ourselves. I think we all also, at the same time, we all need to be our own authority. And it's not really that inner authority, that inner voice that was really silenced as we came into this world, and as we are told from our authority figures outside of us how to be and what to think. You know, we were learned to not listen to ourselves anymore. That's what we learned, that's what we were told. I mean, basically that's the message which we were given when we came into this world. Because children are absolutely free, and they are one. And they're open, and they're loving, and they're authentic, and they're true. And that's really the drama, as I've always noticed it as a child, that we were guided away from that. We were taken from that. We were literally taken out of paradise. I mean, we were born into this world. We were thrown out of paradise as we were born. But then we became part of this world, which is not a reflection of the good qualities in us, of that which is good in our nature as we come into this world. But the world is a reflection of the dark forces, so to speak, of the negativity, of anger, I mean, we learn about competition and production, and we become consumers. We serve the system. We learn that our freedom is a matter of, if you do a good job, then you can make a lot of money and then you can be free. But who is controlling all of that? Who is controlling the market? If you really ask yourself that question, you can see that the problem is not just, we cannot, like Einstein said, we cannot solve the problems at the same level we were at when we created them. And to me, that means that the world that we have created the way it is, the answer is not by trying to find a better system, by trying to get better, more or less corrupt politicians into office. The answer is not an election of a more just president, or to have a demonstration against the injustice. Well, this is meant well, and I do support those efforts. It's not really helping us create a better world. Because the answer is really an awakening, and that's a very personal matter. As we improve ourselves or develop ourselves in the direction of being more kind, more understanding, more loving, more free, and that we give birth to our authentic nature. This will have an effect on our environment, on the people around us, because then we learn to let go of our need to argue with people. It cannot be taught, and there is no school for that. But we can learn it through experience. We can learn it as we open ourselves up to experience, as we open ourselves up to relationships, especially the difficult ones and difficult experiences. We can realize that this is our greatest opportunity to learn. And it is this kind of learning which then will lead us to gain a better understanding of ourselves, or a real understanding of ourselves. So this also, we learn to be real. Reality, and that's one last thing I want to say right now, it's a very interesting idea that reality, I heard that, and you probably heard that too, that perception is reality. But if that's the case, we all perceive differently, no wonder we are so divided. So it's really about going beyond our limited subjective perceptions and judgments and evaluations, and instead open ourselves up to the greater reality of life, opening ourselves up to the reality of others, to really understand them, to really see them for who they are. Also to become real. Myself, I need to allow you to be real. And that is not possible if I compare you to myself, if I compare you to how I want you, I need you to be. I evaluate you and judge you. But only if I see you as you are, I can understand you, I can love you, I can find out how can I help you, how can I be there for you. And I think we are, call me an idealist, I know I am that, but we are here in this world to help each other. And it's about us, the people. The politicians are not going to do that. You know, the United Nations, the leadership of any country, we cannot really depend on that, because we need to lead ourselves. It's really about us, the people, to create a better world, to make this world a better place. And so welcome to that. Welcome to the now. Glad to have you here with me on the Alzheimer Straße in Worms. And if you find this interesting, it would be great to hear from you. You can just slap a comment under this video, be it on Facebook, where I posted, or also YouTube. You can also check out my website, realize-to-actualize.com, and also kinding.com. And thanks for watching. Keep it real, and I send you much love here from Germany, wherever you are.